way. I'm in the rest. I never switch. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name, though.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Right there, 56. I'm here all day.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line. Gotta do better. Monday. Save.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And Jennings has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tighten up.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd and short. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line.
That's good.
They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Durham Smythe, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set, hut, get it on, hey, just the outlaw. Hey, pick it up, defense, let's go. Run team.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Dobbs. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Going deep downfield for Ross. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And Eifert has it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18.
A gain of 29 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Mike 5-4, Mike.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Bullet good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Dolphins. 55 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, Echo. Slam. Monk's 56. Monk's 56.
And now it's Rosen looking. This is caught by Williams. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Yeah. Check. Lucky. Check 31. Check 31.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Target. Watch the corner. Safety's creeping. Hey, exit.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. He finds an opening past the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. A Fort Lauderdale native back near home, Giovanni Bernard. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Dolphins' 10-yard line.
On second down. Here's Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's Dobbs to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up third down and 9.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, alert, alert. Let's go. Hey, foxtrot.
Rosen will throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Rosen now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Check.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Sam Hubbard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Dolphins on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 17. To throw is Rosen. Looking deep for Jennings. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
59 mark. Check.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. That one is caught by Hunt. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Jennings was the one he was looking for. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On second down, Mixon. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. On play action, it's Dobbs. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. Hey, Orbit. 57. Mike, 57. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Now it's Rosen. It's complete to Williams. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll walk him back half the distance. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They run right side with Hunt. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Third and long here for Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you give 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A final shot before break. Dobbs. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, baby.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Dobbs. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on 3rd down. Dobbs got a man. It's Ross, complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. And I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing here, Dobbs. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Off play action. Dobbs. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ready up. Flag by 4.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Anyway. Keep one.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 17-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The throw right sideline here is complete. A gain there of 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Let's go!
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Coming to you.
Here's Rosen. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back now in Miami. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
Got one. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Rick, go. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike.
From the 27, Dobbs. Going deep downfield for Ross. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Hunt. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's Rosen to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the 44, Dobbs got a man. That's Richie James. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Dobbs now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Dobbs. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down now, Nixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. On 4th down, Dobbs. And James has it. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw, Dobbs. That's complete. Bernard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bullet good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Watch the slip, watch the slip.
Now Rosen on first down. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
That's good for Dolphins.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Rosen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Geno Atkins in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mixon with a first down carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Dobbs pass complete to A.J. Green. Touchdown.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Here's Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 4-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 2-yard line.
So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long. Down to a knee here. The